Hello, if like me you obsess over this most brilliant of hobbies, why not like this video and subscribe to the channel? Thanks, you're a boss. Okay, welcome back to Wild Time Adventures, adventures with affordable watches with me, Ray, and today we have the Islander Calverton. A wonderful homage, not a copy, it has to be said, of the Seiko Flightmaster SNA 411, now discontinued. Still, you can get them, but they're very pricey for what they are, so I don't recommend that. And this is an excellent alternative, although there has been a little bit of controversy on YouTube, as TGV of the Urban Gentry, a passionate devotee of the Seiko Flightmaster, gave this a fairly rough ride actually, which does show his ultimate integrity and credibility, because of course Islander is a brand owned by his friend, collaborator, colleague Mark of Long Island Watch fame. So my particular take on this, having had and worn this for about a month now, is that it makes an excellent head, if not heart, purchase overall. I meant to get the review out sooner, but you know, life gets in the way, so I haven't had nearly a month to experience this, and it's become something of a Garda go anywhere, do anything watch for me. I find myself reaching for this more and more for a variety of reasons. Okay, so let's do dimensions first of all. I'm going to move it to the side here so we can see them up on screen as well. But essentially it is 42 mils across pretty much, 48 lug to lug, and about 13 millimeters deep. So you know, reasonably deep, but not thin for a quartz watch. Of course, this is a chronograph watch, so it will have quite a lot going on in there, hence the how deep this one is. Specs wise then, the reason it makes an excellent head purchase, if you like, is this is a superior watch in many ways, specifications wise, in comparison to the Seiko Flightmaster. This does have lightly domed sapphire glass with some anti-reflective coating on it. It does have proper solid link bracelet with solid end links, a nice milled clasp there. The links themselves are screw links, and that's pretty good. So you know, it has a wonderful spec. It does use the same Epson chronograph movement from the Seiko Flightmaster. Of course, many people will be buying this watch for its busy dial. The bezel is bi-directional. When I first bought this, I was a little bit dismayed that the action of rotating the bezel was a little bit crunchy, but it turned out just to be you know, nothing to do with quality or manufacturing. It was just because it was new, it needed a little bit of wearing in. So if you get one of these and you experience that, don't worry, the action of it now is perfectly smooth. The insert here is an aluminium insert. I'm going to put in some macro now of the dial itself. Now I understand that Mark has a video on how to use one of these bezels with a slide rule, and I have no idea. But all I do know is that the busyness means it's absolutely fascinating to look at, and I could do that by the hour. In fact, I often zone out and do that when I'm supposed to be doing other things. But yeah, I mean, wowee, it's so much here. It's really fascinating, and it is well executed. I personally have not had any quality issues when I look at the printing and so on and everything. It all seems to be executed really well. Now let's get into the functions of the watch. I'm going to need to take off gloves for that one, so let's do a bit of editing. It's quite fiddly. Okay, functions wise then. So first of all, it's a screw-in crown and pushes this chronograph because it's 200 meters water resistant, which is one of its excellent features for being a go anywhere, do anything watch. If you unclick it once, you can change the date. Unclick it twice, pull out again, and then you can set the time. You can also, if you unscrew the bottom chronograph pusher, all the way, you can advance the alarm on the bottom 6 o'clock sub dial there, and you get a little chime when it goes off. Then if I undo the other pusher here, there we go. Okay, so now we've set the main seconds hand counting here for timing things. It does have a counting seconds sub dial that's always going, but now the seconds will count and the sub dial at the top will be counting the minutes. Press the top pusher again, stops, press the bottom one, and it flies back. So, you know, your typical chronograph feature. Okay, let's screw these back in. Okay, there we go, all screwed back in. So yeah, a little bit tricky to do, but you do then have the benefit of them being properly screwed down, thus having the wonderful water resistance. Okay, gloves back on then to handle the watch and to avoid all the horrible smudges. Okay, now then, so it's really comfortable. That's one of the reasons why it's become something of a Garda piece for me. I wear it a heck of a lot, and given its specs, you know, you can do any activity in this. It's pretty rugged. I have picked up a couple of really very minor little scratches on it, but I am wearing it a lot. You'll see that on the clasp and so on. The finishing of it is, yeah, it's fine, it's okay for what I paid for it, but like many micro brand watches, it feels like it kind of lacks some of the finer finishing and faceting that you might find on watches of bigger brands at this kind of price point. So I paid, well, it's $349 on the Islander website, and that worked out as £266, but I did have to pay import duties and shipping and so on. So all in all, I think I'm in this watch for about £320 to £30, which is okay. It's not, you know, bargain of the century or anything, but you know, and I think that's a fair shout for what you get here. The loom is perfectly adequate. It's nothing to shout home about. I don't, you know, feel like it could have done with some further applications perhaps of it. It's fine. That's one of the things that you know does set it apart, as you know, not having as good a loom as Seiko, for example. Hey, but that's okay, it's fine. I've really come to like this watch a lot. I think it will stick around long term. It just does so much to recommend itself. It just makes so much sense, and being quartz, having fantastic specs, being pretty tough, being so attractive means that I reach for it on many days. You could wear this going out. You could wear this doing rugged outdoor activities, as I like to do. It really does have everything. So I'm going to say, you know, the emotional thing about it being a homage of a discontinued Seiko watch aside, I'm going to say that this represents an excellent value purchase, and it also represents an excellent purchase as a all-rounder, fantastic little watch. So, Islander Calverton, I think it gets a thumbs up from me. It's sticking around. Thank you for watching right to the very end. Please do continue to subscribe and like the video. It really helps me out in terms of being able to make lots of independent watch content for you guys. Thanks so much. See you again soon.